back to Natural One, the channel that's like waking up 5 minutes before your alarm. Confusing, unnecessary, and just annoying enough to stick with you all day. Today, we're diving back into our favorite hobby, shoving beloved pop culture icons into the rule set that is D&D 5e. Because, why not? This time, we're tackling Mark Grayson, aka Invincible. A half-human, half-Viltrumite powerhouse with a heart of gold, a face made for taking punches, and a knack for picking fights way out of his league. Strap in because this one's gonna soar. Literally. Let's get to it.
Who the hell are you?
I guess I'm working on that. Any suggestions?
As always, we're sticking with the standard array so your DM doesn't throw a fit. Now let's see how Mark Grayson's stats stack up. We'll start out with a 15 in Constitution. Mark gets punched through buildings, dropped from space, and knocked around by gods, and he still keeps getting back up. That's some serious Constitution. Next up, a 14 in Strength. Strength? He's throwing cars, tackling kaiju-sized villains, and probably crushing some hearts along the way. Mark's got the muscles to back up that hero complex. Follow that up with a 13 in Dexterity. Quick enough to dodge a punch here and there, but don't expect him to be slipping around like a ninja. Quick reflexes are not really his thing. Getting hit is. How about a 12 in Charisma? Not the smooth talker, but he's got that awkward, I'm just trying my best charm. People trust him sometimes, you know, when he's not making terrible decisions. A decent enough 10 in Intelligence. Mark's not exactly known for his genius level intellect. He's got the street smarts to throw down when needed, but strategy? He really prefers winging it. Finally, an 8 in Wisdom. Plans? Mark's got a charge in and hope for the best attitude. Doesn't always go well, but it sure makes for an entertaining animated fight sequence.
You would never. Like you said, I'm Omni-Man's son. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
To make a half-human, half-Viltrumite powerhouse in D&D? Well, it's simple. Aasimar. Forget about the celestial stuff. We're here for the pure power. Healing Hands is Mark's secret weapon to surviving brutal fights. Getting punched through buildings and surviving a battle with a literal god? No problem. Radiant Soul, that's his Viltrumite flight speed, letting him zoom around like a blower of muscle and rage. With a +2 in Strength and a +1 in Constitution, Mark's built for smashing and tanking hits like it's nothing. The Viltrumite blood runs thick, and this race gives him the edge to back it up. And Mark's background? How about Celebrity Adventures Scion? Because when your dad's Omni-Man, you're not exactly flying under the radar. Perception keeps him sharp when trouble's brewing, and performance helps him fake the whole normal teenager thing. And the disguise kit, that's his superhero costume, because nothing says secret identity like wearing spandex. For languages, let's say Spanish, because it's on the syllabus, and French, because, well, he needed a second one.
No hard feelings, right? I'm gonna take a rock if that's okay. Yeah?
Level 1, we jump into Barbarian, because Mark's early days are all about raw, untrained power. Rage gives him that Viltrumite durability and extra damage to pulverize bad guys, while unarmored defense keeps him tough even in a costume that offers 0 protection. Athletics lets him toss cards like softballs, and Intimidation brings that angry teenager with superpowers energy to the table. Level 2 cranks up the chaos with Danger Sense, making Mark the guy who somehow avoids falling debris and laser beams like it's second nature. Mark's attack is pure invincible energy. Hit first, hit hard, and worry about the consequences later. At level 3, we go Totem Barbarian with a Bear Totem, giving Mark resistance to everything except psychic damage. Nearly unbeatable, unless your dad drops the emotional nuke of calling your mom a pet. Ouch. Speaking of pets, we grab Animal Handling here, which is honestly just him keeping Seance Dog from stealing the spotlight mid-battle. He's not a real dog? A bug guy. Oh boy, can't wait to see how that leads to some truly bizarre storylines. At level 4, we pump Mark's strength with an ASI, because if you're half Viltrumite, every punch should feel like a trunk colliding with a planet. More strength means more destruction, so yeah, we're gonna boost it up. At level 5, extra attack turns Mark into a one-man demolition crew, letting him throw out double the punches per turn. Whether he's up against an alien invasion or just a particularly stubborn wall, he's got it covered. Fast movement gives him the extra burst of speed so he can fly towards an enemy, or halfway across the globe with that signature reckless flair. At level 6, we double down on the Bear Totem for Aspect of the Beast, letting Mark carry twice as much and giving him advantage on strength checks for lifting, pushing, or breaking things. You know, like holding up collapsing skyscrapers or slamming through the reinforced walls. Classic Mark stuff. At level 7, Mark's instincts hit Viltrumite levels of precision with Feral Instinct, giving him advantage on initiative rolls, so he's always the first to leap into chaos. Plus, Even if someone catches him off guard, Instinctive Pounce lets him close the gap instantly, delivering that first punch like a freight train. It's all very Invincible dives headfirst into a fight before thinking it through. At level 8, we beef up Mark's constitution with an ASI because, let's face it, his life is basically a non-stop series of getting pummeled, and he needs all the durability he can get if he's gonna be...
I've got you. I've got you. Don't move. Don't move. Don't be scared, okay?
At level 9, we dip into Fighter, because sometimes raw strength needs a little finesse. Unarmed fighting brings Mark's signature no weapons brawling to life, letting him punch harder than most people hit with swords. Second Wind adds a splash of Viltrumite resilience, giving him a quick burst of healing mid-battle, perfect when he's fighting any enemy stronger than him, like Ganissa, and Lucan, and Battle Beast. And, well, you get the idea. At level 10, Fighter gives us Action Surge, Mark's ticket to pulling off those punch first, ask questions never moments. Need an extra punch, kick, or maybe smash a bad guy through 3 buildings? Action Surge is here to make sure you get it all done, before Doc Seismic can monologue about his tragic backstory. Level 11 brings in the Champion subclass, granting improved critical. Critting on a 19 or 20? That's pure Invincible energy. Every swing now has a higher chance to deliver bone-shattering punches or send enemies flying through a city block. At level 12, we crank Mark's strength up by +2 because there's no such thing as too strong for Viltrumite. It's a good thing that our Mark is going to be one of the good Marks. Right? Right? At level 13, Fighter level 5 gives us extra attack, but since Mark already picked this up as a barbarian, it doesn't really do much. Still, it's like a rerun of your favorite show. Nice to revisit, but we're moving on. Level 14 gives us another ability score improvement, and we're pumping Constitution by +2. Because if Mark's not taking punches from god tier villains and surviving orbital dropkicks, is he even? At level 15, Fighter level 7 brings Remarkable Athlete, which is basically Mark's workout montage condensed into mechanics. Adding half your proficiency bonus to strength, dexterity, and constitution checks. Perfect for all those heroic feats of athleticism, like lifting rubble or outrunning explosions. And let's not forget the boosted running long jump. It's not exactly flight, but it's great for those dramatic leaps into battle. Especially if your only method of flight lasts for a minute. But who would make that? Level 16 hands us another ability score improvement, and we throw a +2 into Wisdom. Why? Because Mark's been through enough fights to realize that maybe, just maybe, charging in without thinking isn't always the best idea. Or not, who am I to know what's going on in his head? At level 17, we get Indomitable, because Mark's Viltrumite blood doesn't know the meaning of giving up. Literally. This feature lets him reroll a failed saving throw once per long rest. Whether it's shaking off mind control or surviving some god tier smite, this gives Mark one more shot at staying in the fight. For level 18, we get another fighting style, and we're picking superior technique with the grappling strike maneuver. This is where Mark channels his inner Omni-Man and takes grappling to the cinematic levels of brutality. Hit someone, then immediately grab them and do something wildly over the top. Like, say, I don't know, holding them in front of an oncoming train. Hypothetically, of course. At level 19, Fighter level 11 turns up the heat with extra attack. That's 3 attacks per action, or 6 with Action Surge. Mark's not just a one-man army at this point. He's an extinction level event. Whether he's trading blows with Battle Beast or dismantling a small army of Viltrumites, every punch counts. A lot. Finally, we close out at level 20 with Fighter level 12 and the Tough Feat. Because what's Mark without an obscene amount of hit points? This beefs up his durability to absurd levels, making it even harder to take him down. It's almost like he's finally...
Alright, you're all done with Mom and all done with Earth. Good to know. Super glad you got to show me how great your life is without us.
Cecil's got Mark on standby, and we're about to find out why he's the guy that he calls when things get messy, instead of any other heroes out there. He's... With 273 health and an effect of 546 while raging, Mark laughs at death. Toss in a 16 AC, constant resistances, and some self-healing for flair, and you've got a character who doesn't just survive, he thrives. Honestly, he's got more staying power than most final bosses. He's got some real punching power. He's got 3 attacks per turn, which do 1d8 plus 7 each, plus an extra radiant 6 damage once per turn. And when Action Surge hits, that's 6 hits in 1 turn. Oh, and did we mention he crits on a 19 or a 20? With Reckless Attack granting constant advantage, Mark's combat strategy is simple. Fists now, questions never. He's faster than a speeding crossbow bolt. Mark's movement is downright ludicrous. He's got 40 feet of walking speed, doubled when dashing, with an additional 40 feet of flight, because walking is for peasants. Rage adds a half movement boost, so he's basically a speeding bolt of destruction. Good luck trying to catch him. Also, he's literally superhuman. Most builds would sell their soul for a single 20 in their stats. Mark flexes with 2. Max strength and constitution make him the very definition of superhuman. Forget peak performance, this is Viltrumite level. Mark may excel in brute force, but when it comes to the more nuanced missions, Cecil may want to have Adam Eve or the Guardians on the job instead. He's a one-trick pony. Mark has one mode, punch it until it breaks. And while he does that incredibly well, his gameplay is about as complex as the fast food menu at his regular person job. Don't expect any intricate combos here, it's all fists, all the time. Think, Mark, think. His mental stats are, well, let's just call them underwhelming. He's not solving riddles or talking his way out of anything anytime soon. Maybe he could get some lessons from Robot. Let's talk about the animation budget. Mark's durability might be off the charts, but every fight turns into a splatterfest, and it's your job to make it as such at your table. That's right, by getting to this point in the video, whenever you play as this character, you legally have to cover your DM's battle map in red paint. I don't make the rules, it is just how it is. Alright, that's a wrap. If you enjoyed watching Mark punch his way through the competition, or at least trying to, don't forget to drop a like, comment your favorite hero, and hit that subscribe button. Oh, and don't forget about the notification bell. We drop a new video every week, so you won't want to miss the next one. And if you want all of Mark's stats, and every build we've ever done so far, for free, head on over to our Patreon. It's like a cheat code, but for nerds, which is you guys. So until next time, we'll catch you on the flip side.
I think I miss my wife.